So, a really close proximity to the buy side. I was mentioning yesterday the my model buy side and also engineered liquidity. But I'm currently seeing S&P divergence at the highs with ES being equal highs, which is always a suspicious. It could easily invalidate that S&P divergence that we have currently, which is also not confirmed until 10 o'clock. But my primary focus is going to be 15 minutes because I think we have a potential 15-minute sell side, 15-minute market sell model. This low being a target. Also, by no means, it's not going to be a low resistance zone because we have undog to crush. Let's see if ES micro. So ES micro did not leave equals here. It swept the high, which is a good sign. Guys, like I said earlier, today's a tough morning for me. So please, like, if I call a move or something, do your own due diligence for today, please. I'm not as focused at the moment. But I'll try my best to stay focused. Okay. I wonder if there's any like listen to that working at the lows that could cause rallying to the buy side liquidity for the market maker buy model. Yeah, I mean so far I'm not seeing actually. There is one from NWOG. These lows were not taken out from on Nasdaq, but ES took it out. So obviously a breakout here would be a completion of the buy model on the hourly chart. Yeah, there's the breakout. The red shaded area on the S is the daily fair value gap. I'm keeping it on the chart. And seemingly, because also there's an SMT divergence at the lows here, probably run. It'll probably run on the buy side, and we are also trading above the N log. Failed to break it below last night. Alright, now we have a potential breaker block here. Also trying to find potential target for ES, but I think the ES will target like fair value gaps or maybe this sort of block here. I'll take that. There's a tiny bit of fair value gap here. We're just 3 minutes into the New York session. I think Nasdaq wants to break a block here, honestly. I'm looking at ES. Let's have the threshold of the order block, the breaker block. touched into the range EQ of the short-term range. Here's the short-term range, range equilibrium. Shouldn't go further than that for a clean run, otherwise this will become a Judas plane probably. So the break block failed. It's about to leave fair value gap at the range EQ. So it's potentially targeting these lows right now. Market is not in sync though. Just so you guys know, market is not in sync. Let's see, we have rejection block. I actually want to see YM. So YM took the high. ES took the high. Nasdaq also took the high. I mean, honestly, by the look of it, I think this could all go all the way down to the annual low. Here, this is 5. We've seen this quite a lot actually, like ES is lagging behind Nasdaq. They're causing an S&P divergence, and at some point it'll like literally rally in that direction. Right now, yeah, right now it needs to catch up with Nasdaq, like here, these lows, clean lows. was trading inside N1. The fair value gaps are probably going to be breakaway gaps because of that. Because it shouldn't really get out of the N1 again. Maybe it could wick into this one. But the upper one should definitely be a breakaway gap. Oh, yes, ES code up. Took the lows. Today's definitely not going to be a long day. Hi, Nazmi. The voice should be better now. Forgot to change the settings. Just realized. The fair value gap on the 1 minute should really fail, in my opinion. Nazmi, I'm not gonna take you in today because I've had a bit of a morning today. I'm not in the right mindset today, unfortunately, bro. Sorry for that. Because I'm not as focused right now, and um, I think for Southside delivery, the 15-minute candle needs to be down close candle here. This is a day when I would normally go like max leverage, blow fucking 10 accounts probably. Alright, so 15-minute is about to turn down close here. Which, it really should. 1 second, I have a phone call that I have to take. I'll be right back in a minute. Sorry, I'm back. So we have S&T arrows at the wells here right now, with the S. And we'll cap the end range here. Potentially we could run into that EQ, at least on the S, because that's the stronger pair. That's it. And then rate the short-term lows again. had okay, so ES is at range EQ right now. I want to see a strong reaction there. The only thing I don't like about this is, for the south side at least, it's formed breaker block, which potentially could act as a high resistance area. There's the breaker block. For me to like a south side delivery from here, it needs to get back inside the analog again and stay inside. might have 4-minute trap here, honestly. There's a potential 3 drive on ES here. Nasdaq traded into range EQ right now. Let's see, I want to see a rejection here. Very suspicious run though, because we're coming from N1 low, which usually ends up being the low of the day, low of the week, you know. So here, ES needs a rejection block here. That's the first raid. Second raid, and the third one. If we can get a rejection here, we're looking at the slow, the short term, sell side on ES. Targeting the daily FVG on Nasdaq, I assume. The thing is, I think today is either going to be sell side delivery because of the 9:30 dump, or it's going to be a range bound day. I don't think we're going to get a breakout, at least until afternoon, in my opinion. I might be wrong about that though. I'm looking at like if ES can reject here, this fair value gap at range equilibrium should act as a silver bullet. Now, here's the thing though. We have the rally to all the buy side. Is that the Judas or is this the Judas? I'm thinking the former is the Judas because we are also trading into the OB here. The only problem is the gap for sell side. That's the only problem. And hourly's range bound already, respecting N1. I mean, I'm kind of 50-50. I'm not saying it can't happen. Obviously, it could. But the chances of rating the buy side is, in my opinion, less likely. Like, I think it would rather want to consolidate at least until afternoon session than on the buy side. Might be wrong though. Like I said, I'm not in the best state of mind today, guys. Like I woke up with like I was super hyped and stuff. 1 minute in, and my day's fucking ruined. So ES did not reject that level. Three drive is invalid. Couldn't believe that. Range bound hourly chart. 15-minute bounce from analog low. We're trading into the high resistance area right now. And another thing is like market literally formed rejection blocks on both sides. I think that's another thing to mention. This week will be a scalp week. I think so, too. I mean, the real move will happen on Wednesday, obviously, and we're probably not going to be able to trade it. But looking at the hourly chart, I mean, if you have a position right now, I would definitely be aware of the CE of the wick because it's range bound right now and it could reject both sides. ES is testing daily fair value up high, which is so there's a daily fair value up high with an order block here. But the fact that it did not respect like any of the bearish PD arrays, it's I don't know, it's kind of like not giving me much information. I'll wait to the next bounce. Nice one, bro. Almost 10K a month, now sitting at 2K, almost 4K each month now. That's pretty dope. I mean, by looking at this price action on the 1 minute, I'm really thinking we're gonna be sitting range bound here. range about what I mean is like this range from 930 to this low. I don't know you guys, but I would rather not be in the slow kind. I feel like this is going to be one of those days where market will engineer liquidity on both sides. Because like what I'm seeing here is like we have a big wick, big tail. On both sides we have rejections. Rejection block down, rejection block up. have the breaker here. I just touched the breaker, the bearish breaker went down, so I thought this is a massive level. Obviously, if it crashes through the breaker, it'll keep grinding higher. If S&T is presented at highs, would you look for a sell model? Not really, because it really shouldn't rate the highs for the sell model. I would consider it it is supposed to be, the damage has already been done. At least it should for the south side. That raid should be the manipulation. Same deal here. Run above the buy side should be the damage for south side. So if it runs it one more time above 930, I think that's not good for the sound model. Let's see enough wick. I think today is the day where you need to trade at the extremes of the ranges. Because if you get caught in the middle, just as you see here, you're going to be chopped with wicks, such. I think we're going higher. Honestly, I think both sides needs more confidence right now, because we don't know whether. So the way I'm seeing it right now, it could run the buy side, yes. It could run the sell side, yes. But could it do it today is the question. That's why I think it needs more confidence for either sides right now. I think the only thing should have played out was the 3 drive on ES for market to stay in low resistance from, because it failed to do so. it became high resistance and kind of range bound on the lower time frame. Waiting for 10:30. Seems like ES is getting weaker here. silver bullet. Should be a break of luck here now. And the 1 minute with an order block. It's kind of feels like the other way around. Like it seems like yes is getting weaker here, in my opinion, bro. I guess this is the moment of truth. either gonna start selling off from this fair value gap or I'm gonna flip it and run for it. So because ES is getting weaker here, what I see or I can see is I think ES wants to run the short-term sell side into daily fair value gap CE and walk CE. That's a more like high confluence area, and then maybe run for the buy side. In the meantime, Nasdaq probably will reject either rejection block or CE of the wick and follow ES. Here. Yeah, I think Nasdaq should not flip this fair value gap right now. There's a rejection of the short-term sell side also, but I think it still shouldn't fail or violate this fair value gap. You're still range bound, brother. Look at the hourly. I'm telling you, like, there's no high probability target right now in this price action. I think it's just generating liquidity. And in my opinion, the smart thing would be just waiting and trading at the extremes. Because I can see literally like yes running the sell side here into the daily fair value of CE and then run the buy side because that's also engineered liquidity right now on probably 15 minutes or something. So speaking of which, before I forget, I'm gonna set an alert here. It's that low. I marked on that on yes. That's buy side. So if you haven't seen it, maybe you're unable to watch it or something. I just set an alert at 5,136.75 on ES, which is short-term sell side, and I'm gonna put another alert at the buy side, which is at 5,154.25. I would be waiting for either side getting rated. I think it's like seemingly, I might be wrong about this. It's gonna be short-term sell side first and buy side. As I speak, it's dumped. And I think Nasdaq will stay in the range, which will cause an S&T divergence potentially. I think it's going to reject either at the CE of the wick from the morning or the rejection block. There's a rejection block there. Yeah, that week is ugly. Nick, you still here, bro? Hey, how you doing, bro? Not much, not much. I was wondering if they resolved your problem with modified features, because you should be good to go. That update there were no T1 news as far as I'm concerned. I think that mod was just newly hired and like new employee or something. Ooh, you big ballin', huh? Need to wait till I get paid, Wednesday. So, but there's no issue anymore, right? Okay, cool. I was just wondering. Well, let's go, bro. I think you're gonna nail it. You know, as long as you avoid doing stupid shit, I think you're gonna nail it, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing your success and seeing your payouts. If you truly care, you'll stream 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. I could, but the problem is when I look at the charts, like the more I look at the charts, the more stupid stuff I want to do. That's the problem. Like today, I had a really frustrating morning, and I'm like, I was so pissed. Like I can't tell you how pissed I was before New York opened. I'm like thinking in my mind, I should open a position 15 contracts. I should open a position 50 contracts. Doesn't matter which direction, just open it. And I was dealing with that. Maybe like if I was not streaming today, I would have done it. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like life outside trading when like shit hits the fan there. It's bad. It's really bad for trading. Bro. I had a big fight with my girlfriend. Like the moment I woke up, like I literally like wake up at like 9 o'clock New York time. I was like getting ready for the stream and stuff. Like 2 minutes in, we had a fucking huge argument. Like imagine having that kind of big argument at like 6 in the morning. You just like just woke up like literally. That's why I was late to the stream. Yeah, man. I mean, like we argue a lot, and usually the arguments are like pretty heavy and stuff. But like last year or something, when we argue like this, I would literally like zero my bank account buying accounts or depoting into my personal account and shit. So I guess we have a progress there. It drains the energy. Yeah, that's the problem. Like it literally sucks the life out of you. But anyways, like I'm committed, so it doesn't even matter. It's just like I I'm not as focused as I should be, but I'm still, you know, type reading and maybe like if I can find something. Today's not the day probably, but I would execute it. I think you guys hold me accountable though, for real. I should like thank you guys for that and shout out to all of you. Because like I say, if I wasn't streaming, I would have probably blown the account or something or accounts. This week will be my first My Final Features payout request. Normally eight. Let's go. I hope you're banking with with that giveaway account. You care about me, Thor? Of course, bro. Like I asked you probably four times in the chat that if you've resolved the issue with my Final Features account, I do care for you. I do care every one of you guys. Like seriously. Props for recognizing that and sitting out. Yeah, I know. Because then like your day becomes even worse. It's already shitty, and if you blow five accounts, or drain your bank account or something, whatever, it kind of snowballs, you know. Yeah, well, she's not allowed to start fights until 4 p.m. EST. Do you speak Russian, bro? If you speak Russian, come over here and talk to her for me. We'll get on it. Nice. I had a blue account I got for the day. That's sad, but here's what I'll tell. I mentioned this earlier. I'm trying to like negotiate stuff with my Final Futures quite often, like actively. So I'll be definitely doing more giveaways, and I'm trying to grab expert plans for you guys exclusively. Um, I hope next time I'll be able to get like two or three accounts, expert accounts for giveaways. I usually ask for two accounts last week, I think. Like one, two. I actually asked two 100K expert account, and they were like, you know what? Let's do one public on Twitter. Let's do one for exclusive. But exclusive one will be one expert 50K. I said, yeah, okay. But next time I want fucking more. The problem is with girls is we want to make a living out of trading or work hard for something. She gets angry because I'm only trading and learning every day. It's really hard to get some balance in the working product. It surely is. It surely is. The thing is, bro, like if you want that Louis bag, just shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be disrespectful. I love women and stuff, but like don't tell me that you want like $10,000 bag and jeopardize my fucking work. That's golden, bro. Seriously, like mutual respect in a relationship, and it should never be overlooked. Good for you. I'm happy for you for real. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's gonna be hard at times for sure, but because you know the dynamics are different, like in between genders. But at the end of the day, if she's respectful, if you're respectful, you know, even when shit hits the fan, you guys will still be respectful in the conversation, you know. And you know, I think like being able to have healthy conversation with your partner is very important. Otherwise, like, how are you gonna solve problems, right? A big part of the reason my last girlfriend broke up with me. Everyone needs to mind their own business in a relationship, in my opinion. Like, if you're trading, so be it. She shouldn't be minding your business. Obviously, as long as you're taking care of your responsibilities, obviously. But like, whereas if you're a person who doesn't pay rent, who doesn't pay shit, bills or whatever, he's putting all on the girl or the guy or whatever. That's that's what I would be against. So range EQ chop is real. Another problem is like with the balance, like work or trading and private life balance, is that like we're sitting behind the monitors all the time with no human interaction. And like I can't stress this enough. Like the more I sit behind the charts without going out or without interacting with people, the worse I become as a trader. Because like I end up being depressed and stuff like that. And I'm not an extrovert person, but like still, because you're stuck in a house, you know. Um, so for personally, what I've realized for me is like the more I go out, or the more I socialize, or maybe the more I go to gym, or have healthy relationships and stuff outside of trading, it affects it. It affects in a good way, you know. I've had days like or weeks or months like I haven't gone out from my apartment. I was just looking at the charts, back testing, paper trading, journaling, whatever, like trading stuff, and my performance was declining day after day after day. And then I went out for work and I realized I was depressed. And at the moment, I didn't know, you know. What made you realize that? So by work, what I mean is usually I go on set, right? So when I go on set, I was like, oh my God, I'm breathing. It made me realize that I'm breathing, I'm alive, and then started talking to people. It just made me happy. I smiled for a second or two or whatever after so long, and then I was like, okay, maybe I was depressed. The sun always makes me happy. That's so true. And lately, I've been actually going to pool and the hot tub that I had in the building after the streams, and it helps a lot. It literally like realigns my mind, cleanse it, and like really cool. Do not take advantage of social beaches, SoCal beaches. Been, I haven't gone to beach this year so far. I feel that. So as traders, sometimes we're stuck in our own bubble, but human interaction is definitely a key to have life. Absolutely. Like healthy conversation is key to happy life for sure. It doesn't even matter like with who. It could be a colleague, it could be you know girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever, or your family. Beaches is the best. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. But when you live next to the beach, it literally loses its value for some reason. So I decided to. It's baby steps for me. So I work out 3 times a week, right? And the pool, the hot tub, like the pool area, is literally next door, literally next door to the gym. So I hit the workout, I hit the gym, then I change my uh, gym wear and just jump in the pool. It really like helps with the mind. Trying to do it consistently for the last 2 weeks or so. I get some vitamin D in the meantime, you know. So yeah, easy. That's what I used to do a lot. I used to go to set in between training whenever I felt low. So I was trying to hedge it like that, and it helped me a lot. But since I started streaming, obviously I'm not going to sets and stuff. Because I'm also working on the back end as well, like going through my old PDFs. Sometimes if it's a new topic, I'm like making a new presentation and stuff like that. Doing back tests right now. Actually back testing a strategy at the moment. It's been giving great results actually. Yeah, I think this is gonna be one of those days where market will turtle to one side or the other. How big is this range? 116. I can literally see an SMT divergence here, something like this, or this, with the S. Kind of feel like market is waiting for me to close the stream to move. Queen would agree with that. Yo, easy. Do you hit the beach at all? I don't lately. I guess I need to as well. Like just stepping on the sand is like so relaxing. Actually, like you don't even have to get into the ocean, but you know, feel so refreshed for sure. Could go hiking on weekends and one day, maybe like Runyon Canyon or something. If you like hiking, obviously. I don't know if you like it, but the running kind of counting is so good on the weekend. You can literally meet and do some networking with that and meet some really creative and really big people. Running is one with a steep incline. It's like nearby the Hollywood sign, basically. I can't say it's steep incline, to be honest with you. It's not that one. There are great hikes in OC. I'm sure too, but I don't mind driving to LA for a hike, honestly, because running is really good, especially like for socializing and stuff. The only problem is the parking on weekends. It's crazy. It's really crowded. You should do a meetup, bro. Like King's Bland literally lives next to me. You're here. Um, I'm sure Lost in My Mind is gonna move here at some point. You should go to like Korean barbecue or something. Or maybe like somewhere Melrose, like EPLP or something like that. I don't know. It's pretty far up north from Orange County. But have you checked out any of the Redwood Fort? Oh my god, I would love to go there. I intended to go a couple years ago when I went to this meeting, but then I was like, you know what, this drive was insane. Let me just go back to the hotel and sleep because I have to drive to San Francisco the day after, so I had to skip it. The Sequoia Forest or something like I think it's called Sequoia or something. It looks beautiful. Kind of on bonsai by side, you think? Might be. I'm still favoring or thinking ES will take the south side first. But like look at it. Jesus, what the fuck? The ES 1 minute candles are literally it looks like Vicks or something. Like absolutely zero volatility. So what we have here is range about hourly chart, 15-minute became also range bound right now, wicking both sides, rejecting. I don't know what it's gonna do. Honestly, I'm seeing it 50-50. I think the idea of this price action is just to generate liquidity, then run on one side, target the other one. Um, right now, it has not engineered liquidity at the moment. 5 minute, slowly grinding lower with 3 drives. That's interesting. That is very interesting. So there's 3 drives at the lows, which makes me thinking the short term high could be the target. From here though, I'm not looking at the external range high. It's probably going to be the internal. Here's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know if the 5 minute 3 drives will pan out, but at the wick here, wick CE, there's a rejection block on the 5 minute, right? So with the 3 drive, I think this could run on buy side, the short term buy side, come all the way up into the wick CE and the rejection block, reject it there, right? And go for the sell side from there. And then once the sell side is taken out, that will be the real move into the range high. That kind of price action is what I'm expecting right now. I'm not sure if I was able to articulate it clearly. So I don't think Nasdaq will take out the sell side. ES will, most likely. Nasdaq is just gonna engineer liquidity, probably. So let's screenshot this real quick. I'm gonna post it on in the channel just so you guys, if you want to look at it later on. Okay. So I think with if the 5 minute 3 drive pans out, I think ES will push all the way up to the daily fair value gap high, and on the 5 minute it's going to cause a bearish S&T divergence, which will probably cause ES to run on the south side, and that'll be turtle soup. That's what I'm at least anticipating. So guys, I'm probably gonna close the stream here, at least for like an hour or so. I'm gonna grab coffee and come back. Do you guys want me to turn on the stream afterwards? Maybe like PM, not PM session, but like right after I come back, or oh, you don't give a shit. Have a great day. This is Login. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. It'd be nice. Okay, I'll do that. I'll just alert you guys in the channel when I'm back. I'll probably be back in like 15 minutes or so. I'm not even gonna leave the stage actually. Let's do that. I think the most crucial thing here right now is how the 15-minute candle closes. Once it's there, we'll have a better idea whether it wants to rally right away or not. My main concern right now with this position, because it's a late entry, is the 5 minute. If the 5 minute, if it starts curling down on the 5, I think my position will get stopped out, even though it might rally to the buy side. But I'm fine with that, you know. I don't care if I get stopped out for like 250 bucks. ES is testing the range EQ. Let's see, we might see an SMT divergence here on the 1 minute, like at this low potentially. Stay patient. Yeah, today's definitely that kind of day where you want to stay patient because, like I mentioned in the first place during morning session, the 3 drive, because it failed, it stayed range bound. Pretty simple. That's how you can anticipate that kind of stuff. Like usually it's very complicated in the ICT community. Like a lot of people don't know how to anticipate a range bound market. Like for me, if I see something that doesn't pan out, I say, okay, this is gonna stay range bound. That's how I personally do it. So the 3 drive Sell side failed, then it stayed range bound, engineered liquidity, ran the low, ICT 2022, now it's rally to buy side. So here's an SMT divergence we are about to get on the 1 minute. It shouldn't go further than that. Now it doesn't rate this low, it's very suspicious. That means it'll come back later on. So I would rather favor rate below the low of 1209 on NASDAQ and then make the rally. So that's really like 2-3 ticks away. Check micros, I think it did. Let's see. Now it both did actually. Let's see if it's gonna wick me out, or I mean I would rather have this in SMT divergence. So if it breaks out here above my entry, I'm gonna roll my stop loss at this low, because this should rally from here. If it rejects it, obviously. If it doesn't reject, I'm getting stopped out. So here, that low, once it sets it as a swing low, it should be ready to go. Now trade above here, this high, and it's game over. Alright, swing low is confirmed. Let's see. How many points is that? 5 points, $100. I can roll to my stop here. That should be a safe low right now. It should not trade back there. Took ES less risk. Bro, you guys have great executions, like great levels. I wish I was here. There's a 1 minute rejection block as well. That should be the lowest it should go algorithmically. I'm gonna annotate that just so you guys can see it. If it breaches that though, that means it's still in consolidation. Rejection block. So it could touch there, which is fine, permissible. Now it's about to take the high, which is when I'll decrease the risk of my stop loss if it does so. after that high, it should really expand into short-term high. That's when it should get energetic. All right, the high is taken out. Now I'm rolling my stop loss at S&T low. De-risking. Now the risk is not even $100, so we should be ready to go. Now is the time to expand. A good read today. I'm pretty satisfied with this. Very satisfied. Because range-bound markets are usually like when you get overwhelmed. But if you can get a good read, and if you try to execute at extremes of the range, that's when you make money. Let's go, bro. Realized P&L 1500. Let's fucking go, bro. That's massive. Oh, I don't like the rejection. So it violated the 15-minute CE. This is the 15-minute candle open, that rejection, which is the manipulation on the 15-minute. It just formed the wick. Nothing to be concerned about, in my opinion. It's just the problem is like if you have a very tight stop loss, these moves usually like wicks you out, which becomes very frustrating. Because then like you end up missing the move that you were anticipating from in the first place. Rejected that 5-minute rejection mark. I think it still has a potential because like I just checked the wick on the 15. It violated that CE, so it should really at least raid the short-term high. That is like the initial rejection is also from the daily fair value gap high on ES, which is pretty normal at 15-minute candle open. So it formed that wick with one candle. Now it needs to go for it here. Again, the invalidation is SMT low. If it trades down there, the idea is invalid. Very simple. I mean, you're definitely going to be able to TP your position, like 100%. Or let me put it this way, there's no 100% in trading. 99.99%. That's a very good trade, by the way. Like, very, very good trade. That's the trade I would have taken. This exact same execution. If that SMT is violated, I'll collapse the trade. There you go, yeah, exactly. Pretty simple, and you would be still banking what? Like 30 points or something? 25 points, which is pretty good. I would say like anything in between 25 to 30 points is a good day. The short-term BSL is my first TP. Yep, you're probably gonna get tagged. Or roll stop to SMT at that point. Yep, that's what I would go. Got this 50k top step pass and it will only trade micros. Let's go, bro. Congrats. Have you gotten your payout yet from my 5 features? Let's go. How long did it take, like the overall process after the KYC? Like the approval and money hitting your bank? I've heard like my 5 features is pretty fast about that. 24 hours, nice. That's a good deal. Gotcha. That's good because we tend to gamble on accounts with the payouts. So it'll allow you to avoid that, hopefully. So there's an SMT divergence on the one, a Nasdaq rejection at the CE of the 1 minute, CE, SMT here. This could come back down into rejection block here, but anything further than that, it's invalid. Don't leave it in rise. You never. Actually, that's a great point. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Such a high resistance run, which is normal because we're at the old thick price action here. Right now, it's trying to knock that out here. That's why it's kind of like having a hard time breaking out. What an ugly morning session though. Like look at this 15-minute candles. Very ugly. I wonder how many accounts got blown during this price action. I think it will be ugly until FOMC. Tomorrow morning has a potential though. the afternoon session will definitely be chop, but morning might make some moves that we can potentially bank on. Yeah. What was the news tomorrow? I think we have 8:30 and 10 o'clock. Yeah. Oh shit. 8:30 something employment cost index. 10 o'clock CB consumer confidence. So yeah, I mean, we'll definitely, you can definitely scope the market or maybe like make intermediate term runs or something, but definitely not a home run day before FMC. Yeah, so it makes sense. It's high resistance run. Yeah. So it's testing the old range EQ right now. I think that's the EQ. Yeah, more or less. I might wick into the rejection block, and that should be the lowest it should go. Anything further than that, we will have problem. There's the rejection block. Let's see how it goes from there. If it violates it, and if it stops me out, like I don't care because I'm wrong. Now or never. Yeah, I got stopped there for like 150 bucks or something, which is fine. It just invalidated the S&T, failed at the rejection CE of the highs. Let's see what happens from here. Close the trade. This is the most frustrating part of trading. Like the problem is, like looking at the price action, it doesn't have to manipulate one more time that deep, but it did. It did trade down into the breaker block here, which, like I said, it didn't have to, but it's what it is. essentially have a new order block here for the new leg. Let me clean this a little bit. It's at the fair value gap right now. For this, you can use the order block low and imply a dealing range and try to find an execution there at its CE, which is anything below short-term high. Yeah, I think you did the right thing. Here's why. Because it could have retraced deeper, right? And it could have manipulated further. So you're allowing yourself to stay away from that emotional burden by doing so. Because like I mentioned earlier, it did not have to trade below the SMT divergence. I mean, you still banked like 25 points, which is good on a day like this, considering how slow the price is right now, how it's not volatile. I would say that's a win, regardless. You see, like you collapse the trade. Would you rather be in this price action right now, even though you might know like it'll make the run? But the question is, you don't know how long this is gonna take. So here's the range. The short term, actually not that, sorry. Here. And then we have this one. Okay. This order block is the last line of defense for buy side delivery. It really must not fail that. So the main threshold of that candle should be the furthest it should go. For a clean order flow, obviously. Otherwise, it's going to stay range bound again as well. kind of forming an inverse head and shoulders right now. Here. No. So the right shoulder and railway, something like that. I don't know why I'm looking at these patterns. It's just funny. Oh, that's interesting. So this is inversion fair value gap on the 15 minutes CE. It traded down there apparently. Along with the break block on the 1 minute. Okay, let's clean the chart a bit. Alright, trading into the RB mean threshold here. It should hold this level with the bodies. And what I'll do, I'm gonna annotate this fair value gap again. You see what I'm saying? Like if you were not collapsed, if you didn't collapse your trade here, you would have been holding your position in this whole price action, which is like Usually creates an emotional roller coaster, and I hate that. Your mind starts racing. You start thinking about both sides, like you maybe like end up reversing your position, or maybe thinking about reversing your position, stuff like that. Because right now there's not a clean order flow on the 1 minute, meaning it's consolidating. Trying to understand the stage of the hourly chart, like because it's consolidating right now. Well, that's interesting. Interesting. The hourly candle opens right now. Let's see how that goes. I think it's just doing the damage right now. Like eventually this will make the run, as it seems like. Yeah, it looks like it does actually. The most important thing right now is just if you don't have a position already, is that like the timing of the execution is highly important here. Speaking of which, let's keep that one on the chart as well. So this is launched low, I think. Yeah. Want to see how it reacts to that low. The 15, the 15 minute and the 5 minute looks so bad. Possible push S&T rated. Maybe with YM. Let's check YM. Yeah, there is an SMT divergence with Dow Jones. Let's take a look at the dealing range. I want to see. You know, I mean, I think at this point, from like this rate at the launch low, I think this is when it needs to change the order flow on the 1 minute. Like form a breaker block or an order block or something like that. 1201 low swept on the S. 1201 here. Oh yeah, that's an interesting point. Although that low, I don't like that low for as a confluence for S&T. Well, yeah, I can see that. I see what you're saying. Yep, exactly. It needs to change the 1 minute order flow here. Like first things first, it has to form the OB, which is this one, potentially, and then form a breaker block as well along the way.
see. Let's see if it's gonna engineer here. Nope, it failed. Trading into the 5 minute order block. Want a good reaction here. Yeah, I saw that too. There's that OB and also like a short term, maybe like a breaker you would say here. Let's see how this five closes though. I mean, this high is definitely suspicious. Definitely suspicious. Needs like needs to start showing big reactions here. So without going any further down, needs to break above, retest the EQ and rally, something like that. Let's see, so we might have a 3 drive on the 1 minute. Needs to get confirmed though. So here's the first sell side, second one here, the third one. might potentially have a rejection here as well on the 5. Let's see, it needs to break above. So ideally, the down close candle from 105, I want to see it becoming an order block at some point. Alright, so another 5 minutes is confirming the rejection. I'm gonna put an array there. I'm gonna annotate the mean threshold of this all be at around the same level. It's still not as strong. It's shifted right now. There's an order block. Still not as strong as I want it to be. Because it's not as strong, I think the 5 minute rejection block. I mean, it could wick down there. It also makes sense. Like it just annotated the inverse head and shoulders, right? So just take their stops out and make the rally. It's funny. What's this? I'm gonna try to go long one more contract here at the 30-second fair value gap. This is my last trade for the day. Actually, I'm gonna even move my stop loss a bit higher than that. There's this down close candle should not get violated here for a clean order flow. So the risk for me is like on 10 points ish. I think it should go at least for the short term high. If not, I'm calling it a day. So right below the short term high, it engineered liquidity on the 1 minute. That should be an easy target right now. Here, I'll annotate it with a red trend line. I really don't want to see further manipulation to the downside because, like I said, it doesn't have to. It already made the manipulations. So this is go back to 5. So ES is getting really strong here. I think it really wants to run the equal highs from morning session. Let's do that black. That rally from ES could be the only volatility from today, to be honest with you guys. It might not move further. So if you have a long from the animal high already, and if you're still in a position, what I would personally do is I would set an alert here. If you can't watch ES simultaneously, set an alert at the high. Once it takes that high, I would at least close half or take partials or something. Because again, by the looks of it, seems like Nasdaq will just go for the wick CE instead of having a breakout. So once it engages with the liquidity, I'm gonna move my stop loss. I think once it takes out the highs here, the internal range, that's when it's gonna have the expansion. That's when ES is gonna try or rush into the relative equal highs. Probably the next 1 minute candle will complete the raid. This one or the one after. Alright, the new 5 minute opened. I think this should make the run. Complete the buy side objective on the lower time frame. Alright, engineered liquidity is taken. I want to see at least one more push. There you go, short-term high is taken out. I'm gonna put my stop loss at break even, and this is where it should really get energetic now. Like I'm talking about like 3, 4, 5 maybe up close candles on the 1 minute. So it'll allow ES to run the relative highs. Overall, very boring day though. No news, no news Monday with FMC week and NFP week. I don't know what I was expecting from today. We had a good read though. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Here, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this for my journal. Trading. I think the next 15-minute candle will make the raid. So in about 2 minutes, we're gonna be seeing big moves. And what I observed also, I didn't put it on the chart, but it was the range equilibrium. So this wick was the range equilibrium of the internal range, which is not easy to spot because the actual dealing range is from 930 high all the way to the sell side. But because it was range bound, it used the range EQ of the internal range. This is the part where it becomes kind of complicated when it comes to the dealing range. But this is algorithmic delivery. 3 drive, launch low also, into range EQ and rally. Now again, it didn't have to do that, but you know, like I said, it's what it is. Sometimes it does. And that's why day trading is not easy at all. So the new 50-minute opened here. I'm not gonna trail my stop. I'm just gonna hold it until ES takes it out at break even. But if you have multiple contracts, obviously you should be taking partials here. I'm gonna do this so it doesn't stop me out for like $5 loss or something. Made some big gains on one account. 40 bucks. Well, you know what, bro? It's still something, you know. You can get a steak for that price at a restaurant. There's the fair value up there. There's also a breakthrough block here on the higher time frame. There's also SMT divergence, so that's why I'm saying like if you haven't taken partials yet, you should because this could very well fade this whole move. Because ES short-term high was this, or is this high. Right now it hasn't taken that out, so we have a 15-minute SMT divergence there, as you can see. So pay yourself. Made my 4% loss back there, bro. Let's go. That's massive. So proud of you. Crazy how easy this whole exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like if you can hold yourself from over trading and over leveraging, literally one day after your loss, you can make it with one trade with even less risk. It has to be a good setup though, obviously. Sometimes I want too much and risk too much. Because we are human. We're greedy beings, you know. And also especially because we are trading simulated accounts. And especially when it's evaluations, we want to rush it by over leveraging. Because we want to get paid. It feels like as if this is a waste of time or something when you're trading the eval. On my early trading days, I went full crazy if I got 4% loss day. You would probably blow the account and buy new accounts and blow them all. That's a typical pattern. I would full port 10 contracts and yeah. You know what? There's a strategy for, I don't know if I should share, but there's a strategy for pulling 10 or 15 contracts on prop accounts. I'm not saying you guys should doing this, but I'll talk about it a little bit. So the way it goes is you need to trade Asia range, or if you are able to trade London, to London, try to grab like, I don't know, 2, 3 contracts or something, and build that buffer going into New York session, and in New York session use it all, risk it all with the buffer, and pull 15 contracts or 10 contracts. But again, you shouldn't be doing that. That was a pattern. That's a pattern that's a very common pattern actually. I'm sure like everyone, every day trader or every prop firm trader has dealt with the same shit, including myself. And anyone who says the otherwise, it's full of bullshit, full of crap. It's funny how similar everyone's journey. I know, right? It's because money is on the line. We all want to make money, and we all have the same emotions internally that causes those patterns in everyone. That's the way go. That's the way to go, man. Sustainability, growth, consistency. Like everyone in this group should be preaching for, I don't know, like $2,000, $3,000 payouts and consistently getting that out instead of making, I don't know, like 20K payout once in a while, you know. Those patterns are stopping me from getting 100, 200K a year. Hopefully you'll grow though. That's like you need the time, right? You need that experience in everything you do. Right at the end of the day, like even if you're conducting a business outside of trading, it's the same thing. You'll learn along the way, unless you quit, obviously. told him my whole life. He will probably quit day trading at some point. So why rush the process? Yeah, exactly. If you're here for the long run, why would you try to sprint, right? I mean, you guys should be thinking about this whenever you feel defeated or something. Just remember how much growth or how much progress you've showed within the past year. So compare yourself from a year ago versus today in terms of trading, day trading specifically. And that'll allow you to realign your thoughts and your mindset. How old are you, by the way, bro? I forgot. I think I asked you before. 27. Nice. Seems like we have a new order block here. Let's see how that goes. I also love the fact that like how many of us are at around the same age and thriving for the same thing, like-minded people all around. So it's good. I enjoy that. One yacht party. Let's do it in July in Miami or something. I still haven't been to Miami. I've heard that a lot actually. I don't think I like Florida as well. Maybe I would like Florida, not Miami though. All right, I'm gonna lock in 10 points here so I can be break even for the day at least. Um, 905.75. It shouldn't come down there anyways. Actually, you know what? The 5 minute break fair value gap. Could it go there? Mm, you know what? I'm gonna roll it a bit later. It's crazy what you can achieve in 1 year. I know, right? 1 year is a big, like it's a massive time. I'm always like, I wish I started trading back in when I was like 16 or 17 instead of like chasing girls and stuff or playing video games or something. I mean, that's also a good experience. It's life, right? We need to experience everything. But like when I see those little young guys started trading ICT at the age of 18, have no responsibility, no bills, no whatever. It's a good time to start this business. Trading is like CS:GO for me. was trading in my early 20s, but learned the support and resistance stuff. Lost, lost a lot of money. Were you trading like day trading, or were you more focused on like stock shares and stuff like that? Oh, Forex at FTM. Oh, wow. I didn't even know prop firms until 1.5 years ago, or 2 years, or something like that. I was always using my own capital. Take care, brother. You have a wonderful day as well. I hate this part the most on range days, or on slow days rather. It's just like you gotta wait until forever. Then it collapses on you. Yeah, it's rejecting the C, but I really think it should run the highs, honestly. Like for me, the way it goes is this down close candles is the new OB on the new order flow, or new leg rather. So the low of that candle should not get violated. Then I look at the 5 minute and the 15 minute. I'm like, hold on a second. This is a slow day with a lot of manipulations. So those fair value gaps could be potentially used as a new manipulation as well. Just fucking take it already, yeah, for real. My main concern is if price stays here, or maybe like something below where it's currently at, and the 2 o'clock candle opens at that level, then we might see a big manipulation again, something like that. However, it closes somewhere here at the CE, or close proximity to the range high, then obviously the odds are better. Because for a potential manipulation at 2 o'clock, it's not going to violate the order block on the 1 minute in that case. I was going to take that long, but plumber came, we got a leak. You gotta take care of what you have. Like the plumber, bro. That's better. That's more important. But yeah, you already made the money, so call it a day. Don't be bothered by this ass price action. Come on. Jesus, my phone is dying. I'm probably like $200 away from passing this account right now. It's 100K, bro. So I'll start trading the fund account on live streams, and I'm probably gonna grab another evaluation, probably starter with the promotion. I'll probably grab two before the promotion ends. And I'm gonna try to build them as well. Um, it should with this new 15-minute candle. Exactly, it should. On this 5-minute candle close, candle confirm the 5-minute OB. 2 minutes, okay. Yeah, the breakaway gap. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So if it closes above here with the body, I'm probably gonna roll my stop here as well. But the problem is the new 4 hour and 1 hour candle will open in about 10 minutes. So it might actually wick below that down close candle. Um, I rent the townhouse. Fuck 'em. Called the management yesterday, like, yo, the water and carpet is wet. That's funny. I'm still at 3K profit on 150K. Honestly, bro, this is a personal preference, obviously. I don't like the 150K count. Both in Top Step and my final features. Because, especially with expert account, you don't even need more than 50K to be honest with you to make good money. I mean, the reason I like a 100K account is because you can literally make three, four, $5,000 with two contracts only. So, oh, my phone is acting up. So I'm like, why would I need to make 9K take profit to pass an evaluation if I can bank with just two contracts on a 100K? That's my mindset. Also, with 50K, you get a little more draw. That's true. Like the rate drawdown to take profit ratio is better on 50K. The only thing I don't like about 50K is because I like the risk of $500, right? Two contracts usually. 50K is not the ideal size for that unless or until you build the buffer. And that's the tricky part with 50K. Yes, yes, micros is good. We build the buffer, then multi-mini, yeah. Yeah. That requires a lot of patience though. I haven't used minis, micros rather, for a long time, for a while. That's true. It really helps. It's a good way to start trading. Like I know a lot of people who are like literally taking payouts consistently with just micros. They're getting like 2K, 3K or something every month, which is, yep, especially if you're trading Nasdaq, meetings are wild. It's wild. 3 Nasdaq will fundamentally foxy. Okay, here's the thing. First of all, with 150K only, you should be trading three. Let me put it this way. If you have 150K, that's the most you should take. on three micro, no, three mini contracts on Nasdaq. But if you're still dealing with like emotions and stuff, that's not the way to go because you're gonna be building bad habits over time if you start doing that in the first place. So what I usually suggest to people is like if you're not profitable, right, or if you haven't passed any valuation just yet, you're like still in the beginning of your journey or something, get a 50K account, right? Try to pass 50K. Once you pass it, try to get a payout. Once you get the payout, then you can scale in. You know, you can get the 100K account now. Now try to build that, try to get a payout from that. If you succeed with that, get a 150K account. You know, kind of like scale and expand yourself like that. So along the way, you can build good habits instead of bad habits because it's really hard to break bad habits, unfortunately. Guys, I will be right back. I have a phone call again. Be right back in a second. back. Check the hourly, rejected at the rejection block, bullish SMT at the lows right now. SMT. Oh, on the hourly SMT? So it tapped into the 15-minute fair value gap, which it shouldn't. No, on the 1 minute. Oh, I don't see the SMT though. I'm blind. At the lows that were just created. Oh, I see what you're saying. Hold on, let me zoom into ES because I need to see it better. I wouldn't consider that as an SMT divergence, honestly, because this is not a swing low. Oh, let me delete that. I think this is going to push higher at some point today, but the problem is the hourly candle and the 4-hourly candle opens in about a minute. So if it wicks down, that's when shit hits the fan. So I'm trusting the 15-minute fair value gap for that. Let's clean the chart a little bit. On micros it is. That's interesting. So the hourly candle opened. This is what I was talking about. Fucking. Well, it's what it is. So the hourly candle opened and the 4-hourly just opened and dumped right away. I think it's going to be the manipulation, but you know, I'm definitely down for the day. Yep, break even. Clean the chart a little bit. guys, I think this is where I'm gonna wrap it up for the stream. There's no point for me to watch it anymore. Um, Let me see this real quick. Just because we are back in the range. So potentially, by the looks of it, this might be setting up for a sell model again. Because it couldn't even reach to the CE of the wick, which indicates weakness. So if it starts breaking down, oops, let's make it starts breaking down, maybe retest the premium fair value up and rate the range low. Would be the game plan. Here, this fair value gap is very defining, or it will be very defining. If it was, if this was three drives on the 5 minute or the 15 minute, I would have had more confidence um, for a low of the day. But since it's not, this could very well just like chop around here and then make the run at like 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock. The premium farewell I have. just noticed we had a 3 drive here on the 1 minute. Didn't see it at the time. Alright guys, I'm gonna close up shop here. Thanks for staying the whole stream. It was fun. It was not easy, but we had a good read on both moves. Couldn't capitalize on it, which is fine. We're basically at break even. Um, yeah, you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.